Don't do engineering.
Yeah. I recommend against it, especially if you're a woman. Men are assholes. I'm Christine.
I'm Emma.
I was the salutatorian of my class, so listen to my advice.
I go to University of Arizona, so don't listen to mine.
Alright, so we're gonna tell you how to get into college, because we really know it best.
Yeah, we're in college. We got into a few, so we
I
have some
applied
experience.
to 21.
I applied to about 14, 15, I don't know.
Alright, so the first thing you should do is boil down your list. 21's too much, and it's expensive.
Don't apply to 21 schools.
I applied to a lot of these colleges as an electrical engineer, a math, or a physics major.
I applied as a biology major of lots of types, and I'm in microbiology now.
I'm in electrical engineering now.
Okay, so I applied to University of Arizona, Tulane, WashU, ASU, Santa Clara, Vanderbilt, Scripps, Stanford, UCSB, UCSD, UCI, and UC Davis.
Alright, so the places that I applied to Boston College, Harvard, Dartmouth, Cornell, Johns Hopkins, William and Mary, Rice, Notre Dame, Northeastern, University of Arizona, University of Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, University of Virginia, Vanderbilt, WashU in St. Louis, UCLA, UC Berkeley, UC Santa Barbara, UCSD, Georgetown, and the Naval Academy.
Don't do that.
So, another thing about getting into colleges is that even though, okay, your school might not offer a lot of AP stuff, and if they don't, then the colleges know that, but you should take as many as you can. Our school offered a shit ton of APs. Okay, so here are our stats that we applied to college with. Okay, so I got a 1540 on my SAT with the breakdown of an 800 in math and a 740 in reading and writing. Okay, and so then all of the AP exams that I took.
There's gonna be so many.
So I took AP Biology, I got a 4, Calc AB, I got a 5, Calc AB from my BC, I got a 5, Calc BC, got a 5, Chem, got a 4, thank God, didn't think that happened. AP Computer Science A, and I got a 3. I was so happy with that 3, I really thought I failed. Took AP Lang, got a 4, took AP Lit, took a 4, so I guess I'm just not good at English. Physics 1, I got a 5, AP Psych, I got a 5, I took AP Stats, got a 5, US Government, got a 5, AP US History, got a 5, and took AP World History and got a 5.
So I got a 1500 on the SAT, and my breakdown was...
Neither of us studied, by the way.
No, I studied.
Oh, really?
You should study for the SAT.
You should study. I should have.
So I got a 780 on reading and a 720 on the math portion. My essay scores were not great. Doesn't matter though. For the ACT, I got a 34. I think I got a 32 in the science and math parts, and like 36, 35 in the 2 reading and writing parts. Okay, biology, 5. Calc BC, I got a 5. My Calc AB subscore for that was a fucking 4, and yes, I am mad about it. Chemistry, I got a 3. That was rough.
It's okay.
I took AP Lang, and I got a 5.
Damn.
Physics 1, I got a 4. Physics 2, I got a 4. Statistics, I got a 5. Government and politics, 4.
Okay, and then for GPA, my unweighted was a 4.0, and my weighted was, I think, like a 4.6.
I think it's
something.
higher than that.
I don't know. Honestly, just your unweighted needs to be good, and then you take a lot of APs.
My unweighted was not a 4.0 because I got a B in Calc, AB, and Chemistry sophomore year. My weighted was about 4.5.
Really? Oh, okay, then maybe
feel like-
mine was.
I feel like yours was way higher because I feel like mine was like almost 4.6. Yeah, I
think.
took way more APs.
I don't honestly know what it was. I just cared about the 4.0.
And she was salutatorian, as we mentioned.
As for me, I'm scared of messing up this speech and you all remembering it, but luckily I'm well aware of the average attention span of this graduating class, so I shouldn't have to worry too much.
So our first piece of advice is that you need to start writing your essays early. Don't wait till last minute, because I did.
Everybody says that, but you won't.
For the UC application, I started that the night before it was due. So I don't really recommend that, but I did get into all the UCs. But you shouldn't do that.
Because college is a scam, so you can get into anything.
Here's the big advice. If you have a good GPA, if you have a 4.0, you're fine. So just do that. If you don't,
you're screwed.
If you
You're
don't, you just gotta
done.
have like stellar extracurriculars, which I personally
Didn't have.
Okay, so we're gonna go over the Common App.
So I wrote pretty much about how I went to like a summer camp and then I got less shy.
That's really cute. For the writing portion, you're gonna want to like explain why you want it to be your major, but make it like different. You know,
Yeah.
You catch my drift. For mine, right? I'm trying to be like, oh, I'm like a science person, so I made my whole Common App thing about like learning other languages, and then I tied that language to like the language of science and math, and it was different than those people that are like, engineering. I like to build things with Legos, because that's boring. You know, try to think outside of the box a little bit, make some connections that other people aren't making.
Write about something that is unique to you. Like, if your
That's
essay...
obvious.
Yeah, I know, but people don't do that. Like, people are like, I had a sports injury and it taught me about...
thing. Oh, sorry.
So write about something that's unique to you.
Activities. Make sure your activities tie pretty well to what your major is.
You should show that you have some interest in what you're applying to. Like, if you can, apply to like a summer camp or something, or do robotics if you're in engineering.
We
Or
did that
yeah,
together.
we didn't participate at all.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of mine weren't really engineering related.
Music
Maybe like
instrumental.
3 of them were. My first and biggest activity was Taekwondo. They want to see that you have, you know, commitment. You show how many hours a week you spend. It's got to be a lot. I did this since I was in 2nd grade. I was in 2nd degree. Show that you care about something. I did piano. You gotta be like, I did Carnegie Hall. I did something big. I
What if
volunteered.
they don't have a talent?
Fake the talent. I'm not talented at piano. Also, don't fake your stuff, but like it's easy to.
You just said fake it.
I mean, like, don't fake it. Like, I'm not encouraging you to fake it, but what I'm saying is no one's gonna check.
It also doesn't really matter all that much. I played softball since I was 7, and then I quit it my junior year, and that shows I am not passionate at all about it, because I hated it. And it's not the best thing to do, but I did it anyways, because I didn't care. And, you know, I still got into the schools I wanted to.
Okay, so for the Charter viewers, just listen to me. I was a summer school STEM teacher's assistant. Just like throw some STEM in there. It wasn't actually STEM, I just helped kids do like science experiments, but like, that's STEM enough, you know? We made slime. And I was like,
Science.
I was a STEM teacher's assistant. You know, just like boost yourself up. You just gotta learn how to make your stuff sound better than it is. Do you think our scholarships are gonna get revoked somehow? Can we get in trouble from this?
Work paid.
Yeah, I had a job. I was in robotics, which we just sat on the couch. I was a science tutor. I was a book club co-founder.
Yeah.
I co-founded. Oh, see, here's the thing. At my school, all you gotta do is fill out a piece of paper, and now you've made a club. So I just put myself on there as a co-founder of a book club that I never went to.
You can actually do it about something you're passionate in, but if you don't care, you could just make something. Number 1, I played softball since I was like 7, and then I quit junior year. I did volunteering with the San Diego Miracle League, which, it's about like helping disabled children play baseball, pretty much. My dad found out about it. You know, get your parents to help you out if they care, because then you can do it. Figure it out.
So if you don't have any parents, it might be a little more difficult.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that people put on their resumes isn't even them. Like, I was reading this one Reddit thing where the dude was like, yo, can I put that I did this big research thing in China? Even though it's my dad who was the one who did it, because he's a university professor over there, but he just put me as like a co-researcher. People do that all the time. It's just what your parents do.
So, yes, make sure you have some community service hours, because you will need those.
I really talk about how I got into the Naval Academy, because I feel like there's not a lot of videos on it. Yeah, okay, so the Naval Academy is rolling admission. So what you're going to want to do is you're wanting to apply really early in the process, so preferably during the summer before your senior year. That way you can get your congressman. You can only rely on the president nomination if your parent was in the military. So you shouldn't like rely on that. You should get the Congress people. But anyways, start during the summer and then start writing your stuff in the summer, and also start training for your physical test like early in that year. So like maybe during the January before your senior year. I did none of the above, but that's okay. I think the only reason that I was actually competitive for the Naval Academy was because of my GPA. So you should really focus on getting good grades in order to get in. The physical part isn't as important. I mean, it is really important, but honestly, if you just meet the qualifications, I'm sure you're good enough. I didn't train for it, and I'm very not fit. I quit my sport, so I was very much not fit. But like I guess I met the baselines. I did get medically disqualified for my eyesight, but they overturned it and they're like, good enough. And I submitted everything the day before. Oh my god, I needed to get a letter of rec and he wasn't writing it.
Oh,
and my
yeah.
dad went to the principal being like, he's not writing my daughter an application letter. So get all your stuff done very early. Because whenever it's at the end, everything's stressful. You're also probably not as likely to get in because it's near the end. Here are the colleges that we went to. So, I chose to go to Northeastern just because they have co-ops and I really wanted to put something on my resume. Because I knew if I went to UCLA, I was never gonna actually do anything. I had to be forced to do stuff. So, my plan before Corona happened was to get a co-op in the spring and then transfer to UCLA. So I got my co-op and now I get to graduate at UCLA, but well, no one's hiring. But I got $35K a year, which makes how much am I paying? Like $30K a year. Basically the same amount as UCLA and Northeastern. They cost the same, but I was like, Boston. So I went to Boston.
So I'm going to University of Arizona. I'm in the honors program there.
Oh, I'm in honors too. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So I chose University of Arizona because of the honors program, and they gave me a lot of money. Out-of-state tuition is about like $35,000, and I think they gave me $35,000. I paid $8,000 I think the first semester, and then $5,500 the second semester.
Oh yeah, did you get a refund because Corona?
They're applying it to my next year's. Yeah, so really the only thing I have to pay for is like room and board and just the fees that come along with it. So next year will be even cheaper. And I did not pick WashU because it costs like $72,000 a year, and that just hurt me a little bit inside, more than a little bit, so I couldn't do it. So part of the reason that I got into WashU, definitely a lot of the reason, was that I showed a lot of interest in the school, and I visited twice. And even if you can't visit, you can just say like, oh, I went on the website and I watched videos about it, I am interested in this stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I am interested in research. And I think I also did the optional interview. I mean, it didn't go great, but like...
Oh, I forgot about all the interviews.
Yeah.
Damn, I was really nervous for mine. Oh, it honestly really helped me also that I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And that I was applying to predominantly male fields. So take advantage of who you are. So in conclusion, you need to have a good GPA, you need to have some good scores to back you up, but that's not all. That's not like an end-all be-all, because if you just have that and then your extracurriculars are like, yeah, then you're not desirable.
Yeah, you can practice for the SAT, and it is helpful. So my advice, if you don't have to take the ACT, don't take it, because if you are not good at doing tests very fast, you will not be good at the ACT. If you are good at doing tests fast, go for it.
Oh, also, you should take the SAT subject test.
Yeah.
Because it's like an extra little number to boost you up, and it's like, she's interested in those subjects. I did really bad on my subject
I did
test
bad
scores.
too.
I did really bad. Those are the ones that you actually need to study for. You don't really need to study for the SAT, like the normal
It's
SAT.
helpful to practice.
I mean, yeah.
So for your essays, also try and pick something that makes you unique and stand out, but it's also something that you are passionate about, or you seem like you're passionate about.
You can fake that stuff easy.
You can try and connect it to different things or whatever.
Yeah, but also don't try and be too damn quirky, because then it's like, you can hear it. Also get a bunch of people to read your stuff, because in your head you're probably like,
wow, this is genius.
Wow, I am
And it's
so
not.
good, and then
and you probably do need that extra help. I had to get my dad to help me read it, because I need editing help. You've read all mine.
Yeah, I think you read mine too.
Don't just pick your final college that you want to commit to just based off of reputation.
Yeah.
Because you really got to think more into the stuff about how much you're going to have to pay, what type of opportunities you're most likely going to get while you're there, where do you want to live? A lot of people, wherever they go to college, that's where they end up working. Do you want to live there for the rest of your life? Potentially.
I mean, you can always change things.
And also, don't be too scared to transfer once you do get in someplace, because I'm probably going to.
Yes, but don't judge a school just based off the name. I am a lot happier going to University of Arizona than I would have been going to WashU, because I would have had to take... Oh, AP credits. They will help you. Like, I got so many AP credits. Now I'm like junior standing. You are too, right?
I'm a senior.
Oh. Yeah, so you could get pretty high up with AP credits.
And getting that senior standing, not only does it sound cool, but also you get to select your classes first.
And that is so helpful.
It's the most helpful thing ever.
Yeah,
So,
also, look into honors programs because they also give you priority registration for some of them.
So,
That's how to get into college. Congrats, you've made it.
you'll be fine. Don't even stress
It kind
about
of
it too
sucks.
much.
If you think it gets better in college,
You're wrong.
Oh, a lot of people say that, where they're like, college is so much easier. It's not.
It's
It's
not.
only easy because attendance isn't mandatory.
Yeah.
Okay, but then you're gonna fail class.
yeah.
And now it's easy
Go to
because you're
class.
failing. So, thanks for watching. If you really want to, you can subscribe, because we're almost at 10.
Yeah, we'll make us 10 subscribers special.
So please,
Subscribe.
it would help us a lot with, like, clout. Thanks,
And with the
alright.
person with the gun behind the camera.